Diplomacy has updated with the Undead. New units, new warfare. Let's bring the Undead horde to unlife and wipe out humanity to see everything new and be better than last time. Can we destroy humanity? Let's find out. We are back once more with the Undead. The Undead have updated, they have upgrades, new units and new buildings. I've only ever survived 2 months, can I survive longer? The very first step, we need zombies. Tons of zombies to zombie about. And then we need the ziggurat. The ziggurat gathers the souls of the dead and turns it into power. In fact, let's get a couple more. And as my troops push out, I'll gain just enough dead souls to get a theatre of drakes now, which as you can see upgrades as even more troops on it. And then a theatre of horrors. Eventually it has like shepherd of horrors and a flesh collector. Don't know what that is. But for now, my army is me and 10 zombies. We're going to clear the area, start building at the back like I've talked about before, and fortifying all the entrances. Because now we have towers. We don't have walls, but we do have towers. I also think we now have magic lines coming off of us. Either that or we smell now. Either way, we're going to push out, kill this teeny tiny little camp, summon all of those people who die as more zombies. Of course, we're going to lose some zombies. And then we're going to keep pushing. In fact, have some horses. Most of our bones are quite literally zombies mulched up inside of here. So we will be needing a continuous supply of zombies, either from frontline actions like we're currently doing, or by huge amounts of spawners. Currently we can only have 50. And as we keep on expanding, we have access to this research. I'm not quite sure what's here, but stuff like production speed for souls will be useful to get more troops. And this will be, extra health for zombies. That'll be super useful for early frontline forces. But for now, we keep on exploring the territories we have around us. The enemy always has 4 ways to attack you, and soon we'll have access to the Theatre of Drakes. And that will give us access to actual combat troops rather than just mere zombies. In fact, let's send in the zombies for bones, and send everyone else out to get more bones. Our first summon of zombies is also being turned into a building. Good luck everyone, you're all being turned. Lovely. Another sarcophagi there. We have access to troops here. Let's get some Drakes of Doom on the field using souls. And my forces will keep pushing this way. Let's get an Undead Obelisk down as well to have access to the Astral Ray. We have Resurrection, we have Meteor. I don't think we have any new spells. One of the newer things they've done, used to have a little crawly guy go somewhere and turn into a tower. Now we just simply build a tower. It requires 70 of our dead souls and one of our slots, which we have 2 of 4 currently of defilement. But you do still use the towers they come from. So we do have to spread the creep and corrupt the world. It's just easier now because you just place the bloody things down. I did say it's easy to place down. We probably could still place a lot and delete a lot, so I'm still not quite sure where to build them. But it is technically easier. Wait. Is that catapult able to hit us? No, it's hitting the wall. Good. I'm not building over here where they will be shot at. But as you can see, my forces have cleansed this corner. We're going to start building in this corner, then expanding up and around. These earlier forces, useless. Nothing to talk about. The first wave, also useless. Let's see if I was right to think there, question mark. Well, I do need storage buildings, a basic storage for souls and bones. Could be just placed here. I need just slightly more than you start off with to get the first upgrade, 1,400. So once that's done, we then start getting more elite troops. I'm going to try and get that done before the enemy attacks. You'll see if I've done that right about now. We did it. We have 2 minutes left for the enemy attacks. It's time to keep on upgrading. I'm going to get these upgraded. Bones will return to get these upgraded. And then we're going to start pumping out even more soldiers. The enemy force is finally on its way of 20 to 30 people. My army is still standing here. And most of my buildings are now upgraded. We even have access to the Drakes of Progressive Rock. Yes, the Undead listen to heavy metal. So a few of those will be on the field. As I keep on expanding all of my ziggurats to get even more souls, I have huge amounts more barrows, 22 currently. I'm going to start building even more defiling monuments. Defilement catchers, which we're going to start building up here. Remember, they will be placed in better places later, but for now, the mess must be placed. Look at that defiling. They require 5 of my dark energy. Dark energy is how many troops I can have at any one time, so I need to start building those as well. I'm thinking this corner over here will be a dark energy corner. Dead souls here. Huge amounts of resource production in the back, and maybe a huge amount of undead production here. And also, now is to start mining stone. We have access to resource harvesting as the undead, which is just there. It requires 80 bone, the death metal mine. Not a heavy metal mine, a death metal mine. We have one there. There. In fact, we need more bodies. Let's send out the zombies. bring in the progressives, the Drakes of Progressive Rock, and I think our army is truly Army E now. Oh, and some dark generators down here. I can only build one? Well, that was perfect. Oh, I can actually build more than one. I just didn't build it close enough. Ah, bugger. And here comes the enemy army. As you can see, they have bows, swords, and banners. They are very proud of their life. In fact, their archers have nice robes, which I think will be absolutely useless for combat environment. Either way, my 6-armed new troops, they are 6-armed. Progressive Rock guys are devouring them. Actually, it's more than I thought. There's a lot more than I thought. Keep producing troops. There we go. Let's get some of the more cheaper ones out as well. Send these guys in. We shouldn't lose because I have access to, you know, a beam. I just don't want to have problems on the very first wave. And it looks to me like I shouldn't. There's a catapult as well. That's not a good sign. And here we are. Forces are out. Let's get a couple more things down. Let's get another Theatre of Drakes here. Here. And there we are. You two are now also part of that. And the enemy force is almost completely wiped out. We are going to have to go through this camp here to get to that. Or do this and have a look. There we are. So now that entire assaulting force has died, the next one is in 3 days. Let's carry on expanding the rear. All the force I've sent out is now going to wipe out these camps and die. All the zombies I've collected are going to be turned back into bone storage, which I'm going to make a bigger one just here. And everything I'm going to do is going to be slowly about placing the defiling monuments in the perfect place. It may, which I don't quite know where that is, if I'm honest. But if I get it right, let's put you there, it will make the best force ever. Just keep building and hope for the best. That's what I do anyway. We're not building complete messes. We've wiped out this camp here and found our first of the soul spawners, which make us soul crystals. It's a bit out of the way, but it might be defensible if I keep pushing. We found our first little, God, that siege machine. We found some towers. Okay, we should keep pushing. You do what you can. That should be fine. Okay, the camp only has some archers on it. There's a couple of siege engines at the back. The more tents we kill, the more soul crystals we get. I'm not sure if we get any for killing siege engines. I'll have to have a look. That'll be interesting. And of course we have new troops I need to try. Currently, the new troop we're currently trying, the Drake of Progressive Rock, is significantly more powerful than the Drake of Doom. Expansion out here is carrying on. I think, honestly, we are making a very good area. I will need to get another one of these down over here temporarily to get access to death metal. And with death metal, we'll start making buildings. I don't know where we're going to put the towers, but we can do it. And, of course, probably make more advanced elite troops, which we also can't do just yet. We also have access to archers, hunting fiends and machine of fleshes, and then thundering amalgams and grim pilgrims. I don't know what hunting fiend is. I don't know what a thundering amalgam is. But we have a second siege engine, and we have ranged troops. But while we're waiting for that to happen, we are getting more zombies here. We're still pushing this. We're going to leave this because this force has done what it can, and the rest of them are going to die horribly. But for now, give us the Shepherds of Horror. Give me the death metal mines. Give me 2 of those. That should give us access to the next wave of elite forces. They do require bones, but everything does in this day and age. And while we're waiting, we'll start pumping out even more troops. We'll always be needing soldiers. With access to bone forces and dead soul forces, we should have a good variety of elites on the field. And with the Shepherd of Horror spawning in large numbers, we have a lot of elites on the field. Can we upgrade them? Yes, we can. Let's give them more health. And await the next wave in 2 days. Is this force still fighting? Oh, wow. The Progressive Rock Drakes are really good. Oh, look at that. Our first building using death metals going on. The Undead Obelisk now requires 10. And with our 10, we now have access to the Dark Resurrection. We don't need it yet, but we have it. We upgrade the sarcophagi to tier 2 to get even more zombies, because I'm going to probably be needing a lot more. I'm slowly building defiling monuments everywhere because I'm going to be needing mass space. Again, we can just move them later. For now, it's give me the space, see how it looks. And apparently, we're using too many, so let's get a couple more defiling one catchers down too. 100 souls? Yeah, our soul production is too slow. Expansion is continuing nicely. We have even more dead souls coming in. We have a fair bit of area for our forces to be existing. We are already running out of space because these things are a 5x5. And troop production is slowing down. Right now we have fallen back to dead souls because we can produce those. Zombies just are beginning of the day, end of the day. I think I should put this down, a Theatre of Pitch Blackness. I don't know what the hunting fiends are. So let's expand over here. Go there, there, and... oh, that's annoying. A single square there. And that should give access to whatever these new hunting fiends are. I'm curious. Also, while the enemy's attacking, I'm going through some of these upgrades. There's basic ones like their health, damage, as you can see, absolutely everywhere. And stuff like this, which apparently has our Drake's Progressive Rock split into 2 copies of itself, which disappear after half a minute. That's kind of intriguing. I'm kind of really curious about that. And I do really like having options. 15 metal. Oh, I need to get that one up there running too. Also, we have access to a dealer worm, which I think is quite literally a worm which trades resources. I guess we're going to put you in the corner and see what you do. Give me 1 hunting fiend. I did say a couple, but we only have 1 zombie left, so just give me a couple. You guys stop melting zombies immediately. And here comes our next wave of guests. Are they happy guests? I wouldn't say so, but they will soon be permanent guests. They now have access to ballista, which are good single target. So we now have 2 of the several siege engines. It's already becoming slightly problematic. But for the enemy, as you can see, the Shepherd of Horrors are butchering them. And that's why I like them. They are very good basic shock troops. So as this force is already butchered, let's carry on building. Or look at my hunting fiend, which appears to be a 4-legged guy with a bow. I was going to say, are you a centaur? But your legs are in the middle. You're like a spidery thing. So we now have ranged troops. They're expensive, actually, looking at this. But let's get some ranged forces on the field. But yeah, as you can see, the enemy aren't getting through. We are losing forces. We're always losing forces. That's just what the undead do. But I have archers. I have elites. I have hordes. Oh, I'm actually completely full on the souls. I have so much. We also need to get some more storage. Storage where? Oh my god, that's the worm. So, I mean... yeah, looks like I can actually buy bones and stuff. So that's kind of cool. That actually is cool. So I don't really need the stone for now. I can use it to buy bones. Cool. Welcome to the team. Speaking of welcoming to the team, this force over here is mostly dead. The zombies are being headed back. And, yeah, we have a worm now. As that force begins its push up northwest, I am slowly but surely under attack. Where? Slowly but surely, it's actually hitting my building. I'm slowly but surely expanding my way here. More barrows. I'm going to get a few more theatre pitch black, as I think archers could be key. And I put down as many defining monuments as I possibly can. I can't believe I thought it's actually hitting my defining monument. Am I out repairing it? The answer will not surprise you. It's no. Alright, I guess I'm using a single beam to kill this catapult. But with that, more and more and more buildings. Can I not put you there? I can put you there or there. Oh, you're in the way, little one. And that's why we have lots of movement going on, because sometimes where they are is not where they should be. And this force is slowly but surely dying. It'll clear out some of the area. And sometimes that's all I need. And I'm going to carry on building over here. Give me, in fact, always send these guys in for that to get more bones. And then I'm going to get a load more Shepherds of Horrors. We need the next army ready for the next major assault. Are we on track to survive 30 to 40 days? Currently, no, but with the archers and maybe the new siege engines, we might just do it. If in the previous run, we would already be behind and dead. Speaking of dead, this force didn't even get close to the towers. That's sad. Oh well, let's get better. In fact, while I'm at it, I could build one of these pillars of the undead. They're a massive area. And show me what's on the other side. This massive fortress, as you can see, there's no real way in. Now, these war academies do produce this many troops every 50 seconds until I kill them. So that's about 100 men, 150 men on each side. Oh, it did not like me looking at them. But as you can see, we now have areas to expand to. We're going to go west, then east. But again, we are getting there. Is that a single 2 square bit in the middle, which is nothing? Yeah, we are slowly getting there. That is annoying. Yeah, our force on the west didn't even take down 1 tower. Shame, but there it is. We'll get more forces next. Including a bit more health for everything. +5 isn't much, but it might survive 1 more swing of a sword. Always be selling souls for metal, because that's what we have in abundance. And there we are, done. So that should be good. As long as I make sure I'm making enough souls, I'm always getting extra metal. Although now we need a storage building and more resources. And how far away from tier 3? 3.5, 1. Oof, I need more storage and a lot more metal. Okay, more storage. 3, 4, 5, and a heavy metal with 6. So that there should give us enough storage to get to the next tier, and then we can upgrade them and move them somewhere else. Storage at the back, not in my military production complex. 2/3 of machines are down to get siege engines up. More of these little globules have been moved, not successfully, but they have been moved. I am wasting a lot of resources just trying to get my base to look like I have enough resources for everything. So a few more defilement catchers are needed. Enemy forces have split slightly. I imagine a bigger group's coming from the south because of that big red marker. Archers are now actively engaged across the place. So the archers are probably the game changer for the undead. Before this, the only ranged unit they had were catapults. Now they have archers. Oh, technically Grim Pilgrims too. So the Grim Pilgrims were expensive, and catapults. It wasn't much. Now we have archers, Grim Pilgrims, and 2 types of catapults. So we actually have significantly more ranged options. Especially you can now put them inside towers. Whether that helps us in the long run remains to be seen, of course. But for now, our forces have, see that? A wall of flesh followed by probably bone arrows. And we are successfully destroying things a lot faster than previously. And with our massive storage upgrade, as soon as we get all the metal, which I think will be the only thing slowing us down because there'll be a lot of zombies, we will soon have tier 3, and then I can see what this new siege engine looks like. But with this new force dead, another beam just here because it's taking too long, another wave successfully survived. I mean, I guess I can send this force in, we can easily replace them. Yeah, you force go back over this way, and tell me how well you've done. You're mainly ground troops, a couple of archers. You might do well. I don't think so, but 50-50. Okay, the towers are going down over here on the left flank. That is good. Of course, as soon as you get close, this will trigger and spawn 150 soldiers, several of them elite. But the more things I can kill out the side, the better it will be for the next assault, because I will be pushing in even more troops. With our huge amount of bones, I have plenty of Shepherds of Horrors. And of course, I have huge amounts of Drakes of Progressive Rock. Which one's Progressive Rock again? It doesn't matter. Either way, we've got them. Looks like we've cleared a fair bit of the outside. We might even take this tower out. I'm going to do a bit of a distraction here by putting in some horses. There we go. That should distract them there and there. The gates are closed to stop them getting in. So once we take out the tower, it's actually a red herring, we will then go in and get attacked. So this teeny bit here is our way in. That one little square. And here comes the hundreds of elites. So we're going to pull you back. Everyone out here is now dead. In fact, pull the archers back too. And all of these guys are now gone. Can we upgrade? In 20 seconds, I'll begin the upgrade and we'll have tier 3. And with that, we'll soon see what this thundering amalgam looks like. So apparently it's a siege engine with an archer built in. And it fires a cannon. It's a cannon and an archer combined. I want to see it. And just like that, we're upgrading and we'll soon be able to see it. Good. Oh, look at that. You can actually see the resources partially refunded now. Has that always been a thing? Either way, let's see what had happened. Well, first thing that happens is we have 2 attacks on its way now. We should have the troops for that. This force will guard the south, and a more elite force will guard this way. The second thing which happens is the theatre of machines is upgraded to show me what the new thing is. And the third thing that happens is, hopefully, this guy comes out after these 2 are upgraded. And I have... What on earth is that? It just fire a cannon. Okay, it's literally got an archer shooting out the front of it. There's a pulse, and then a bomb just comes out of the sky. Alright, so you are a catapult connected to a headless corpse, which fires cannon shells, connected to an archer stuck where the heart should be. I mean, I'll take you. You seem powerful. The fact we can just fire arrows and cannon fire, so we'll put you here, and I guess you're now officially on this side. And now we need even more of these upgraded to get even more troops on the field. And there we are, the beginnings of war. The enemy is pushing in with a group over here. We should be good. More forces are always arriving. We don't really have the resources to get as many soldiers as I'd like. So I have to upgrade that. Another siege engine has, of course, appeared at least. So now we're just firing siege engines. I mean, cannons at the enemy. That's kind of cool. Because apparently the Thundering Amalgam just requires dead souls, while the Machine of Flesh is literally made from corpses stitched together. I'll take it. And we'll have them only attack the strongest targets. That way they can pick out things like siege engines and champions and stuff like that. But either way, this side is siegey, this side is infantry. Oh, this side is cavalry. Alright, bring down the cavs. That'll be the only attack they do over here. The infantry can kill off these... Oh! The cavalry forces. And then we can move on to the main force coming from the right flank. Oh, and while we're at it, more upgrades. Give me more metal. More metal! Yes! Play the guitar riffs, more metal. Okay, the cannons are firing. I do like the fact that the cannon shells just seem to come from the sky. The infantry assault is happening. I have archers prepared, but I don't think it's going to matter very much. The enemy force is going to progressively die, and they are expensive, but I really, really like the thundering amalgams. And with us now always selling souls, we're always getting metal. That does mean I need to upgrade these things a bit more. But also the archers seem to be quite powerful. I'm watching the fire, and they are bringing down targets in just a few hits. Very high damage, very high stability, so they can't be knocked over, which is fair. Yeah, this is a very powerful siege engine. Expensive, but powerful. We're going to put these on towers, I think, liberally. 50. Yeah, liberally everywhere. Yeah, they're dead. The siege engines took out their siege engines. There's a couple at the back they have yet to kill. That is fine. And now the siege engines are gone. They picked them off with bow fire. Why are they shooting those with bows? The cannons are picking off the infantry. They are multi-target creatures. But first, we upgrade some of these and get our new type of drakes. The pure rock, hard rock. Let's send in a few of these. How do they look? Oh, they look different. In fact, it's time. Let's go. The army moves, the siege engines move. Let's see how well we do as I fill the area with death. While my infantry hold the line, I'm going to have my siege engines try and bring down the buildings. Apparently they're trying to shoot them with arrows, which is not that effective. Yeah, not really firing any cannons at them. So they're shooting them down with bows. So I'm going to have to put a few horses down while the cannons fire wherever the hell they feel like, by the looks of it. That's weird to me, but there we are. So we're doing what we can. We are bringing the building down. It'll take time. And that should be the beginning of the end for the west. We do need more infantry. Go. The first one's officially down. Horses have been summoned. There we are. Push in. Summon the troops. The next wave is here. And we keep on crushing and pushing. Once the other training centre is down, which is a militia rather than an elite academy, we have officially cleansed this area because everything else is just going to slowly die all over time. I nearly died. Either way, that militia training centre's down. Everything else is just mop up. And while we're at it, significantly more defiling monuments. Let's expand and spread like the plague we probably are. The more of these we have, and wherever the place we put them, the better it will be for construction, production, and annihilation. Options are always appreciated. Although for now the options will have to wait, I wasn't able to clear this area out, and another wave is on its way. I am very much falling behind. In fact, while I'm at it, give me access to siege towers, I guess? Let's start putting troops on buildings. That should hopefully solve a few more issues. Maybe archers on a tower or siege engines on a tower. In fact, yeah, you guys get on here. Congratulations, you are now the high ground. There we go. Oh, they're already firing. They're already firing, upsetting the locals. I don't know if that's good or bad, but either way, oh god, they're not good. Luckily, they can do some kills, but I may need some infantry to deal with them. I mean, look at this. They're putting everything into them. So let's get a few Grim Pilgrims. Let's up these numbers. There we go. This is now up to 6. I think, I want to see what the flesh collector is. If I'm correct, it is what the old one of these used to be, the old defiler. But I do feel we need a few more Shepherd of Horror forces on the field. So that's now up to 6 as well. There we are. Numbers, numbers, numbers. And also, significant amounts of siege engines. If in doubt, siege it out. And speaking of sieging it out, here comes the enemy. Now, I don't seem to have any archers, because I think they're all dead. My forces are engaging in multiple fronts because the siege engines just fire indiscriminately. But we are doing a lot of AoE, and I have a lot of troops on the way. We will not fall today. And like I say, if anything which does fall, we're going to turn into zombies and then mulch their corpses. I do kind of like the design for these towers. It's very much bone and weird flesh. But here we go. This force is going down. More siege engines are on the way. And the one good thing about the siege engines being on towers now is they will automatically target their siege engines first. The only thing I think they can't hit will be the massive trebuchets, which obviously we can then deal with later with summons or a massive frontal push. Okay, they're all dead. You move forward, give me zombies. And this force, go clear out that. You guys, go clear out that. And with the number of troops I'm sending in and the lack of any kind of supporting forces, I really think this will be a complete wipeout and no survivors. We've already reached the walls, the towers are going down. This area here is officially closed for business and open for the undead. Let's start expanding. I'm thinking... I'm thinking more dead souls and dead soul storage, I'm bluntly honest. That will allow us to make even more regular troops. Another attack is on its way. I don't really care if this force dies. I'm just making more thundering amalgams as we speak. More troops are being made. I don't really foresee a problem yet. Our biggest one is, of course, a lack of troops. So some dark generators in the corner as well. Storage is in the corner. Let's see what I can do. Oh my god, that's a large assault force coming up. So wiping this area out. Still can't see what I'm doing here because I'm expanding it. Dark energy the whole area? I think I just dark energy this whole area. Wow, these siege engines really do change the tide of battle. We're just killing everything. They are so useful. And the archers. This should clear most of this. We now can see where the enemy can come from this side. Good. I'm reinforcing this area here as we speak. Even more massive undead towers. They may not be the best, but let's face it, they're something. And they're really good something. This force over here on the left flank is still going. It's killing everything. I'm not going to pull that back for quite a while. And the centre, well, it's not in the centre. It's coming from this way now, I've realised. We are prepared. More siege, more troops, more everything. And the expansion of more troop storage is definitely ongoing. We should be prepared for the future here. And if not, I'll figure it out. The left flank has found one of our first bases down here. You can tell there's a trebuchet guarding a lot of troops around it. This force should be slowly dying soon, but I've cleared out a huge amount. And my siege engines up here have destroyed most of the forces. And there's the beginning of the enemy wave. Look at it. Finally here. Took you bloody time, didn't it? In fact, just because I can, I'm going to try and do my favourite strategy from the previous one. Because they were screwing us over. What you're meant to do is just do this. Put mines down, which can be built underneath people. And then they walk over them. And a big bada boom. And now that I don't need defilers to put them down, this should last for quite a while. Either way, the force is going down. More troops are being prepped. And the war is looking good. Even if you include this small group of soldiers over here who tried to sneak around. They can't. Yeah, this siege stuff is doing great. I do need more archers though. So once the archers are done, that'll be fine. Looks to me like they probably got caught on something. As you can see, there's very much a small sliver of troops. Yeah, perfect. More towers, more siege engines, a lot more infantry, and I'm thinking some archers too, because we're going to be needing archers to counter their range. And over here, wow, they are still pushing. Yeah, this force is completely gone. The siege engines have taken out their siege engines, apart from that one at the back, because for some reason they just shoot them with bows. Another successful victory. I mean, nearly at a month in. Great news, the left flank has finally fallen. Looks like they couldn't do much against there. And an assault group randomly from the edge just came in and took out my thundering amalgam. What that does mean, however, is, as I'm still building on the left flank, it's time to say hello to the right flank. So give me more thundering amalgams, more archers, and a heck of a lot more progressive rock music. Oh, and it's good we're attacking the right flank, because the enemy is starting to attack us from the right flank too. Let's hit them first. Go there, say hello. Good luck to anyone who they meet. The push is already doing well. Enemy forces are falling. The siege engines are going. More and more troops will be sent in. We do have more zombies than a bone storage right now. That's pretty good. The siege engines, of course, attack all of this area first, so that's a bit of a problem. But the tower's already down. In fact, to help the towers, I'm going to upgrade this, which will give me access to a meteor, and maybe I'll drop one. Because with this area down, I'll be able to expand significantly faster, quicker, and better. Also, while we're at it, even more damage for my troops. It may not be much, but every little damage helps. We had to retreat. We had to retreat from the flank because the enemy spawned in a massive wave and all my infantry died. So we're still clearing. We do need more troops, but we're still clearing. More and more forces are always being pumped out. Just minor tactical mistakes. And now we can't push it because the enemy is assaulting with two forces, one of which is moving amazingly fast, so we're having a cavalry and an infantry force. But once the cavalry is dead and the infantry is dead, we're going to carry on cleansing this. There's a few too many people up there. Oh, and also while we're at it, we need even more ziggurats. Because let's face it, I just need even more dark production. We just don't have enough of it. I was right, it was cavalry. We have Royal Paladins, which are a bit of a nuisance. We are easily able to kill them with our sheer numbers, but we are going to take damage. Royal Paladins are quite heavy, tanky damage dealers. And here comes the infantry, slowly vibrating forwards. Okay, this should be easy enough. The siege engine should be able to kill them all. We do need a few more towers, but that's fine. In fact, tower. There we are, do that. And start building a wall of towers with thundering amalgams upon them. But there we are, siege engines are prepped. We are now picking off the troops. the enemy forces are, yeah, they aren't going to help very much, are they? The siege engines are being hit by, looks like, bow fire. I still can't believe they use bows as their primary target. It's insane to me. In fact, very easily survived. I'm still pouring out more troops to hit them. They aren't even slowing me down at this point. Look at that. They're just being hit into a meat grinder and dying. So once this force is dead, and it will be, we are taking that corner, because I'm tired of that corner existing. We're moving north with every single force we have. This should cleanse that area. Huge amount of zombies. Probably too many zombies. And still, more and more troops are being made in the rear. I think we shouldn't have any real issues. As we push in, the troops are going down. The walls are going down. These guys will now bring down the barracks. Good. Barracks of the Samregnia Regular Army. Is that what the faction's called? Didn't know that. Either way, that building is down, the forces are down, and even more horsey summons. Look at that. And the first one is down, and the second one is just a branch of the War Academy, which used to be terrifying, until you realise that that was an even more powerful building I just killed. We are literally moving in, even as the enemy still exists. That's how confident I am in my forces. Some defilement catches at the back. Area completely clear from just there. And this force will now go down south with all the zombies and keep cleansing. I'm going to say they're going to make it to there. And we'll see how well they do. I'm feeling less optimistic about my forces now. The first castle they've hit, they're kind of melted upon. I mean, I was hoping for more, but I will take this, I guess. Either way, looks to me like I may have to pull back the siege end. No, they're going to stay there. Sod it. No pulling back. Everything fights to the death, or undeath as the case may be. Because this will be killed. There isn't any summons. This force died here. Yeah, we didn't get as far down as I was hoping. And there they go. Killed by paladins and champions. What a waste. Well, not too much of a waste. I still killed a few things. I could have pulled them back. I chose not to. And the next force will be coming from the south, where I get to see how well this siege force does. As I build even more Shepherds of Horrors, I'm going to send to there and build even more Shepherds of Horrors. And while we wait for the Southern Assault Force to happen, the Shepherds of Horrors did not do as much as I'd like. There's a few left. And I've begun putting archers upon the towers. We have a large number of towers, a large number of troops. We are basically building a human living force, only made entirely of the undead. I am hoping with the huge amounts of siege engines we have, it should be quite effective. But it's one of those, I don't know, I've never tried it situation. Enemy forces now officially in range. The siege fire has begun. As you can tell, not many of them are staying standing. Arrow fire from the catapults has also begun, which is a weird thing to say out loud. And soon they'll be in range of the archers, who have quite a limited range even on the towers. Yeah, the siege engines have significantly better range. Either way, it should still be enough. As they get close, they'll be picked apart. I have plenty of troops to hold the line. I have plenty of catapults to hold the line. And there we are. Enemy forces are now in range. The arrows are picking them off, glowing green. And that's the way the dead people go. Oh, wow. This is very effective. This is more effective than I was expecting it to be. Because let's face it, the last time I had anything like this, the enemy started walking through. And if you remember, I died to 10,000 archers with champions. That's big swords and lots of bows. It wasn't the way I wanted to die, but it's the way we had to die. And this time I'm hoping for significantly better. We have huge amounts of dead souls. And we have soul wells for dead soul storage. So we should be able to pump out at any one time different numbers and types of Drakes of Doom. I never want to have a point where I can't be making infantry. Because as you can see, even though infantry are powerful, they do eventually still get eaten through. So I want to chew them rather than get chewed by them. But this is just awesome. Yeah, we need more siege engines. A lot more siege engines on towers. This is where we always will hold the line. It's just something about seeing literal catapult. No, it's not even catapult, it's cannon fire. I'm seeing dark magic and dark powder working together. And honestly, that just makes me so happy in ways I can't say on YouTube. But either way, another wave survived. 1 month. Another wall has been built for the next attack from over here. We should have the troops to hold it. We have catapults as far as the eye can see, which is just here, because that's where I'm looking. But I think we shouldn't have any problems. But we will find out very, very soon. Well, I'm at it. What I should do is just build one of these over here, see what the enemy looks like. If I build it here, I can then just build one of those observers right here and just have a little sneaky look-see. Why am I not making this easier for myself? Why am I dumb? Oh, so yeah, they come this way even from here. Maybe I can like, build a defensive line of catapults along here. Alright, more defences, more plans. Hopefully good plans. We'll soon see about that though, won't we? Oh wow, they're already being hit by weapon fire from here and here. Why is there no one on that one? So there's a bottleneck here, which means I can have towers with archers along this way. Towers with more siege weapons along here. Alright, I have many wonderful plans. And from this way, we're hitting the ground force at the lower area too. We don't actually have as many infantry here as I thought we did. Let's get a few more down. We should still be able to hold, but yeah, we always need troops. Oh wow, we've completely filled up our dark energy. I need even more. I can't just have this being my only amount of forces, so more dark energy. Oh, also, I think a meteor there'd be useful. I think there'd be useful. And that should clear a minor problem, and then we can go... Ba-doop, and ba-doop. There we are. A few zombies, just to see how the enemy looks. And I'm thinking the enemy looks like they might be an issue, so you go into there. And you go into there. Not too close just in case. We don't quite know how the enemy ranges. And the enemy forces are once again being dealt with. Good. Oh wow, that single meteor cleared them. This force here is holding them at this point here. This grouping is killing them on the side there. And this force is getting no real place near. The enemy is struggling. They are really struggling. The humans are losing the domain. And I think with that, we push forces south. Yeah, they are being completely devoured. They are literally being devoured. All right, we carry on pushing. Let's hit this here and hit this here. Let's cleanse this place of human filth. Although one of the things I've realised is I need a few more theatres of drakes. We're just not producing them fast enough. Although, not enough, we need even more troops, so just keep going south. If in doubt, kill everything going south. I don't care how many soldiers I lose, clear the humans from my new land. That fort, which caused me some issues, is going down. That's, of course, because we have huge amounts of catapults and infantry and archers. Over here we have a Drake horde running in. It's all 3 tiers, and as you can see, everything's disappearing in front of them. Of course, a lot of them will die because they're Drakes. But everything else is also... Oh my god, they are literally grinding through the enemy like a blender. Lovely. More Drakes. Another wave has been sent out. This fortress here is in danger. My forces everywhere are clearing huge amounts. There's a few small camps still holding. But the majority of the enemy is now very far south or southeast. And I think I'm okay with them staying there. We're going to carry on expanding. We need even more zombie spawners now. Zombies are now a big problem. So we're going to actually set up a zombie farm probably here. And that will give us all the bones and the zombies to get even more shepherds of horrors. Because we are kind of zombie poor. Won't be for too much longer, however. The enemy is mostly dead. And oh, you should not be there. And I think we should be able to expand quite happily. Save my lord. There we go. Oh wow, there's so many forts in this corner. I don't think we're going to be able to kill them all, but we are going to cause some significant damage. A few towers knocked down, a few hundred people burnt to death. There's 3 attacks now happening. I may regret sending all my forces out, but let's keep going. In fact, this force is so large here, it's actually going to come to here, which means this wall I've just built is probably going to die. Great. I've expanded my troops to all of the areas I currently can't cover. The forts down here have been mostly destroyed. Looks like I took out 3. There's still 2 in the corner. Obviously, there's so many more in the centre. Oh, wow, they really did push out. Luckily, it doesn't look like they're trying to attack this way. So that force is doing damage, is picking off a few of them. And it looks like less siege engines spawn here. They won't get attacked in return. So that's actually a perfect place for my assault force. More cannons. Oh! Cavalry! Cavalry forces on its way. I've dropped a few of my own cav down, but the enemy forces should chew through them. They are cavaliers and paladins. Either way, one wave dead of cavalry. This wave over here, oh, they are attacking a little bit. Another wave over here should be mostly killed. A few did try to hit because they're there. Maybe a couple of towers of archers just in case behind them. Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 towers of archers. And it looks to me like this entire wave has been pushed this way. So we need a few more troops. Here we go. Here's 200 more troops. That should be enough for now. Let's make another few hundred. The huge amount of cannons firing really is absolutely destroying them. Look at that. It's just like a meteor rain happening. And over here, this single teeny tiny little entrance is absolutely screwing them. So a few archer towers here. A few archer towers here would destroy them. So let's do it. I do mean... It does mean I will need even more of these dark energy spawners, which is going to be a bit of a problem, but I think it should be worthwhile. Yeah, nothing to really worry about. I do lose a few troops here and there, but I make so many, it's not really a problem. This corner here so has plenty of forces holding the line. They aren't going to cause an issue. Yeah, we're holding. Every time I get even slightly close in the central area, another 100 progressives get sent out. And the progressives are, ironically, very good at murder. Next wave of forces are on their way. They're getting progressively more annoyingly faster. We should be able to hold, but let's find out. I'm building a few more towers over here. I'm getting archers to go along to here, and this force is going to go over to here. If we can't hold, we don't deserve to carry on building anyway, because this is where we died last time, and this time we have a significantly more powerful force. Enemy forces are already on the way for the next thing. I have siege engines currently picking them off as much as possible. We have troops prepared. In the south we'll have to see, but I think also similar, and we've yet to do really anything with this, just a bit of storage and a little bit of defiling the place. But for now, well, we'll have to see. Just in case, however, let's see a few thousand more soldiers. Oh, that is actually quite a big wave. This is just one from the side. Alright, yeah, it's a bit angrier than expected. We should still be able to hold. We don't really have too many places to retreat to if we can't hold, let's face it. Another massive wave coming from the south, that is fine. And just a quick check, how are you doing down here? Ooh, okay. I see what you're playing at. A few of you are dead. We do need to start getting troops out of the soul crystals. Can we get a soul crystal down? One there, one there. And that's literally it. In front of the enemy lines. Don't think that's going to do very well, do you? I resurrected the dead I just killed with a meteor. Enemy forces are slowing down. We are looking at probably a couple of thousand now per time. Luckily it's still spearmen and champions. The next wave, if it's archers again, we will be the screwed. We'll see how that goes. I think we should be able to hold, however. This force here is going to... Ooh! Trebuchet! Trebuchet! So they're already bringing the Terminator machines. These obviously have quite a serious range and require 10 crystals apparently to kill. Good. Does side have one? No, not yet. Good. Okay. More troops. Oh yeah, that was a point. While I was at it, I was going to build a zombie farm, weren't I? I completely forgot. Let's build a zombie farm before I completely forget. Just a few dozen buildings, making a few thousand zombies, which we can then, of course, use to make a massive, massive shepherd of horror forces. This should be enough for a start, anyway. No, that should be a good start. And also, if need be, we can then send those zombies in to attack from the side. And either way, despite how dangerous it is looking for us, enemy forces are dying quickly. This is another victory for the evil side. I mean, technically we're not evil, we're just dead, but no one likes us, so 50-50. Well, we're officially here. After this is gone, the next wave is where we fell last time. Will it be tens of thousands of archers? We have our own. Can we survive? We're about to... Genuinely, seriously, 500 zombies, find out. Why so many zombies? No, become troops. Oh, that summon's happening right up here to the edge, so this wall over here is probably going to get hit. Luckily, I have a few more siege engines for it, and this force here will do their best to hold this line. Our only problem is this side. Let's see how well that does. Okay, the summon has happened way too close. Yeah, as you can see, they are way too close to the area. We are still going to kill them, but... Now we need archers too. So, minor problem, solvable. This area here, we'll have to see. The archer towers, I think, should have been further back. So move the archer towers back. That should be good to go. Enemy forces are regulars. That's fine. And if need be, I still have my horsey summon. So we're going to put some of those down, hold the line, and the enemy forces should slowly disintegrate into a horrible pile of blood. Yeah, the archer force here was a good call. They are helping. The archery towers here are also helping immensely too. I still think it should have been further back, but I'll take what I can get at this current point in time. And this force over here is holding steady. We have had to use more crystals. I'd like to keep it steady, but we'll deal with that next time. And on this side, I wasn't even looking, this force is doing well, honestly. I don't really see any issues. Yeah, no real issues. This bit here may need a bit of reinforcing. These towers probably a bit further back. And we've lost hundreds more souls than I thought we would, but we've still held this corner against a massively, overwhelmingly superior force. I did have to use about 40 soul crystals, but it's done. And this side, just sheer, unending undead numbers. We cleared them. Although there's another Terminator machine at the back. Oh my god, there was a Terminator machine. So we're going to have to start dealing with that soon. Multiple of those will soon be on the field at any one time. I've come to the realisation, as this wave gets closer, that it survived about 55 days. And this day in 2 minutes was the one with just champions and archers, and then the wave after that was massive and killed us. So as you can see, I'm planning a wall over here. I'm expanding the huge amounts of souls we can get, very important. And I'm expanding everywhere I possibly can. This area here, as you can see, has an awful lot more dark energy. If I can't outproduce the enemy, well, I'm still going to try. So we have more archers, we have more catapults, we have as many things as possible being prepped. We're going to destroy as much as possible while they are significantly far away. And I'm kind of hopeful it succeeds, because if it doesn't, well, bugger is the phrase. Either way though, I think we should be ready for mass devastation. Are we ready? I'm really hoping we are. We have powerful walls, we have catapults everywhere, or cannons. I'm going to start massively upgrading my troops, I've forgotten about. It's going to be as much upgrading as possible. If we survive the horde, and I think it is in fact archers and champions. Yes, it is archers and champions. We should be in a good place. The last time we fought it, it wiped out a vast chunk of our base. This time I'm hopeful. And the cannons are already firing, getting a few hits on them. They're not major damage, but they are going to do what they can. We have even more catapults joining us. I am beginning to think maybe I should just have these things on fire at the closest target. But I do like the fact they are picking off any and all threats like catapults, ballista, trebuchets, and thousands upon thousands of champions. Enemy forces have finally hit us. Looks like we have killed a fair chunk of them. Cannons are firing everywhere. I am expanding even more this way as well. Basically, if I can build something, I'm going to build something. Always be expanding, so more zombies, more dark energy generators all the way over here. In fact, I'm going to have as many of these as I possibly can. That should help out immensely there. I just want to make sure I have every single avenue cleared, because once this battle begins, there's literally no end to it. Because this wave still says it's back here, and this is several thousand archers and elites. That means there's tens of thousands coming up. Luckily, on the bright side, the sky is raining meteorites. There, a fair few are hitting the rocks, but it is raining meteorites, and also they're throwing stones back at me. Once the enemy gets too close, we are screwed. Luckily, we have a few forces. Any archers who get shot are problematic. We could have them all back here. A small force of about 100. And I think we are holding. It's closer than I'd like to admit to. It's way too close, actually. They are way too close to my forces. Oh my god, the amount of archers. Look at them all. There's so many siege engines just here as well. Look at this. What is this? Is that just a siege wall? Okay, kill all of that. It's a waste of like 15 of our soul crystals we have very few of. But I feel like that was needed. That was very needed. Continuous troop production has pushed the enemy a bit further back. We are still very much on the edge of overpopulation. We are trying to build more buildings over here. But yeah, we are just holding. And the fact we're still on the edge of overpopulation means we are holding currently steady. They're still not getting close. Every time the first wave gets destroyed, the next wave comes in. They are pushing a little bit, but if they get to here, the archers start firing. Sorry, the hunting fiends. I'm pretty sure both times we died was mainly due to this wave, and the second wave was just a mere mop-up. But look at it. Having this many massive guys backed up by archers is punishing, to say the least. Either way, more troops, more upgrades. I'm thinking that one. I'm thinking maybe even more theatres, because I think that may be our main assault force from now on. Theatre. We've been fighting now for 2 entire days. The enemy is still pushing. The enemy force has still not progressed further. A quick check back here shows that the enemy is, oh my god, still going to be here for a while. It's definitely going to be 3 more days. Great. It's been half a day and day 50. We're still killing hundreds of them. I must have lost thousands of troops though. We're still pumping them out. In fact, at this exact time, actually getting enough souls is starting to become a problem. So I need to expand this area over here a bit more as well. Obviously go back to about here before the enemy starts attacking. And over here I can put even more back. But yeah, it looks to me like the enemy is starting to overwhelm us with sheer numbers. And we can't outproduce them anymore. That is a horrifying thought just 2 months in. How can I make this more devastating for the enemy? How far do my archers actually reach? If I put these here, will my archers still reach from here? The answer is, put them in the tower. Yes, better range, okay. So this area here is now full of 75 archers who could shoot at this area over here. And maybe a couple more towers just in front of them there. And then we'll slowly deal with that. That gives me a huge amount of archers firing into this area and helps shore up the defences. It's not ideal or complete yet, but it does solve another issue we're having. Namely, not enough firepower in one place. Although this is causing problems too. In fact, that's a major problem. Either way, that's killing that. That area there has so many siege weapons. Now to shore up the other ones, because the centre area is weak. And this area here, if the enemy attacks this way, I'm screwed, which is why I put mines down. Yes, we're going back to mines. Another quick check of how deep this is going, and we've finally run out of massive waves of troops, although still a few thousand archers. Just need to solve this bit, and then get ready for the next wave. But as you can see, we've held. Our resources have massively and significantly dropped. We're completely out of bones, but we have officially held. In fact, we've held to such a degree, I finally unlocked Astral Twin. I can now go, doop, and have my people split into 2. They only last about 35 seconds, but now I can double the number of my troops at any one time. Oh, the next waves have just been announced. They are attacking from exactly the same flank. And the left flank, the one I was talking about needing to reinforce. Good, it must have heard me. Okay, finally they're gone. It really was nearly 5 days. And it appears to be only the massive trebuchets dropped soul crystals, so that's fun too. This area here should be able to hold. I've put in a lot more forces, because now there'll be 2 attacking. And then we're going to start, oh, they all died. Start preparing for a full-scale assault on the left, which I don't think we're ready for. I guess it's one of those we'll find out situations, because we're going to have to find out. The enemy's on its way in a minute and a half. Send in more drakes. This little gap here is fortified. This area here is fortified. And even more drakes are being pumped out. Can this area here hold? There's a lot of archers. It has a few bishops. Got some over here as well. Or cardinals of death. It is a massive Royal Cavalier assault first. It is right up next to the walls, which was my greatest problem. Luckily, all the extra troops are holding steady, as you can see. The archers are causing minor damage, in fact, major damage. That's why the archers should always be at the front. That should solve many issues. To solve another one, I'm going to do a little bit of a beamy beam. There we are, just a few more dead. And let's put the mines back. You don't get to go through my mines without paying the mine tax. How are we doing over here? Oh, that's still a few hundred of them. Looks like we're holding steady, though. Good. So the first wave of cav has been kaputted. With one meteoric exception. Kaputted. There we go. Solve that issue. How are we doing over here? More mines. Stop walking on my mines. It does, yeah, I think we need to fortify this even more. This is already deadly. Maybe a few more defilements over here. Now there's mines liberally spread across. And over here, we're holding. This is my life now. Putting mines on the floor. Okay, fine. And then beaming. Yeah, see this? Just go away. Oh, the mines all went off. And one of my towers is down already. And I've already lost a tower. That is already a problem. How have I already lost a tower? It's been like 30 seconds. Okay, I am liberally mining the area. Another tower's about to go down with archers in it. I am losing my front line forces. That is a problem. Luckily, this way is being hit hard. This corner over here is killing them easily. Actually, very easy. Pull back a little bit. It's just this area. And if the enemy carries on going around this area, they'll flood me from the rear. Which sounds kinky, and it's not. So dead troops over here will be replaced. Right now, they're just dying. I think I've lost a huge amount of archers and bishops. That's a problem. Or cardinals, or whatever. And I'm officially out of souls. Over here, we're holding steady. I haven't got too close. This corner is a few dead. That's fine. And over here, it's all of my souls to blow up a few bloody peasants. We've lost the entirety of the front archers. That's not the worst thing. We can deal with that. That's fine. More archers are dead. Let's upgrade the archers for extra 1 damage. It may not seem like much, and it isn't at this point, but you know, it's something. I'm just individually placing mines on place. I'm seeing people walk. The defensive force over here is going to be reinforced next because they've just started losing troops a bit too much. This over here has just lost its final tower with all the elite forces in it. So, we've lost the front line. Let's beam here. Good. Over on this side, they are still pushing. We still have plenty of troops in reserve. That's fine. Over here, they have pushed through the majority of our defensive troops. That is still fine. And over here, there's still forces pushing in. How are you still pushing in? I thought I'd killed you all. They are still being pushed out. I think they're hitting here. And I think they're seeing a target and attacking. I think because I've built buildings here, they're moving this way to attack buildings. I think I've caused my own problem. Maybe slightly further back. I will say, though, using all the mines over here has meant that I can't reinforce with my soldiers. I can't make any more soldiers unless they're made out of bone now. Okay, this area has been officially cleared out, apart from this grouping. This area here is still semi-holding, need more troops. And this area here, I think... Oh my god, we're holding. God, another building just died. Yeah, I think this area here are mostly clear. The enemy is pushing forward, but they hit more of our troops. And they get closer to the archers and support forces, so that is fine. Yeah, it is. It is these buildings here. I build them, and the enemy starts coming back through this area. So I may have to build my entire defensive wall a bit further back to stop the enemy wanting to attack it. That's not like it's going to cause that many issues, let's face it. They can still hit this dead easy. But yeah, an entire step back, we'll see how that goes. And this side over here, the enemy doesn't get too close to this. When they do, the archers tear them several new ones. What am I thinking? More archers. An awful lot more archers. There we go, doubled the number. Well, congrats, we've survived another wave. We'll hit to day 58 soon. We'll see what that wave brings us. Alright, this is the furthest we've ever gotten. Day 56, apparently, I checked, day 55 is where our last attempt ended. And this time, we're still holding with actual defences and actual troops, which we didn't have before. So I'm, optimistic. Well, it's officially here, the farthest I have ever gotten. 2 big waves are coming in. I'm still reinforcing. As you can tell, archers are being liberally added everywhere I can. And towers are still being produced. Troops are absolutely going to be dying in huge numbers, and if they don't, I'll be very, very surprised. We have soldiers everywhere. I've begun reinforcing every place I possibly can which has troopers. I'm so unoptimistic. I'm still massively expanding this area over here. But either way, growth, expansion and growth carry on, because if I'm not building something, we're probably already screwed, and the enemy is archers and champions again. Coolsies! I love the archers and champions of last time. This time it's 2 massive waves. At least this time I have a big wall of guns to deal with them. Luckily the ballista are being picked off as soon as they get close. Unluckily they are getting shots off, and my small defensive force on this side is slowly but surely being destroyed. As the enemy gets closer, more forces arrive, more troops move forward. This force here is also paladins, ballista and archers. Cool. Great. Wait, how many this time? There's at least 6 over here. So that means there's 12. Wait, I still think more coming. There's about 16 trebuchets this time. That's a few too many trebuchets. Luckily, my archers on this side are dealing with them. We will be doubling my troops up as and when we can, because the trebuchets are coming in. This force over here is devouring all my forces. Send out another squad, and then keep making more. If I'm not making troops, what's the point in trying to even fight? Oh my god, the front line's already gone on this side. I'm beginning to think this side over here doesn't need as many troops anymore, because the archers are picking off forces quite significantly. Obviously, I still need more archers, still need a defensive line basic, because when the line dies, it's a problem. It's a lot of catapults. But as you can see, we are going through them. Oh my god, the amount of siege engines back here. How are we doing over here? The enemy forces... It's just all the siege engines. There we are. And there's so many of them, I'm hearing the sound break. Okay, more soldiers. Everyone here, congratulations, you've been doubled. Push forwards. This force over here, push forwards, you've been not doubled. More troops for the horde. We're holding semi-well. Obviously, all of the archers are trying to pick off the champions, which is a bit of a problem. The archers are not classified as a major... Oh my god, as a major problem, which should be rectified. Obviously, there's siege engines everywhere, which are not being shot. This force here is mostly gone. Good, just archers now. And this force here has once more chewed through all of my infantry. We're still holding, surprisingly holding. I think it's all the archers. The only thing slowing the army down now is the huge numbers of archers. So obviously, as my troops come forward, you can see they're being devastated by their archers. Luckily, even though I lose a few buildings, it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, that's annoying. A couple of buildings just went down over here. More archers have died. We should still kill them. But yeah, we just lost even more buildings. Oh, good. I've doubled my force. A large chunk is going this way, a large group is going this way. We've lost the front line of archers. I'm going to have to replace those. That is fine. This force has been stopped. You should lose this building too by the looks of it. That's the archers. Nope, we lost that building too. That's fine. This area here is being steadily macerated, but it is slowing down. Even if the enemy does push forward, we are still holding them, and they have lost most of their siege engines. Good. We need more archers. We definitely need more archers. There are probably a few more cannons. Another building lost. We are pushing them out. I am now liberally using mines in this area, but we have started losing things. It says here these buildings don't work, but they're towers. They're going to work. We are... Yeah, we've held. I am thinking mines might be fully back on the menu, though. It's the only way we're clearing out these champions. Oh, my God. We have held, though. We've lost a few buildings, but we have, in fact, held. Now to rebuild the buildings. I've begun rebuilding, as you can see. Troops are now everywhere on this side because I had time. On this side, you may notice something. It's still attacking. An enemy wave is coming another day and a half, and this side is still attacking. Now, I have figured out one thing I could do. If I use this ability here for 30 seconds, because I upgraded it twice, my archers will attack at twice the speed. So you see that? I should have been using it more liberally. I've actually been slowly activating each tower one by one, and I've been picking off all of the assaulting forces very, very effectively. But right now, this force is dead. I am still building archers to replace losses everywhere, and I have a minor grouping of forces. So we are prepared for the next wave as best we can be. Losses have been replaced. For now, it's can we kill this in time? My God, there's still 3 of them. And can we be prepared for wave 16? 16. The next wave is on its way. We're getting a 3-pronged attack. Luckily, the one on the left is small. The one on the right is massive. And the central one, well, we're going to have to see, because if it goes this way, I'm a little bit screwed. I have the forces. Do I have the firepower? I don't know. We'll find out in about 3 minutes. This area here should be prepared for them, and if not, there's nothing else I can do. Oh, it's a cavalry charge. There's a cavalry charge coming in on this side. Luckily, that should be easily clearable. The troops here can hold them long enough for the archers to kill them. You are going to be upgraded to shoot faster. They've hit the mines, and this group is gone. The left side is basically cleared. Perfect. I'm happy with that. And the right side is regular infantry again. I'm happy about that too. So that should be an easier clear as well. So as we know, this force, they're going to push round. Yeah, the cavalry has basically died. They are killing a fair few of my elite troops, but they are going in single file and being murdered en masse by the massive amounts of bowmen. Good. And this force, are you touching up here? You are a little bit. That's annoying, but we'll deal with it. They are destroying a few of my towers, which is annoying. I am using a bit of the beam. The beams should solve a few things. Obviously, I'm going to still lose a couple of siege engines and towers, but that's not actually that major. I may have changed my mind about this force here. They are just devouring everything. How are they devouring everything? They are going through it like butter. All right. We'll have to replace this area too. That's expensively annoying. Wasn't major, but they did it. And down south, we already have siege engines firing at my troops. Coolsies. The archers are engaging. This force here is killable. This force here is also killable. Okay, just this horde of devastation. Thanks, game. 2 of the archer towers I've been told to shoot faster. It should help out a bit. My big problem is there seems to be a huge amount of champions again. That's why I'm losing everything. There are just champions everywhere. And there shouldn't be champions everywhere. They're champions, not run-of-the-mill troopers. Why are they everywhere? Okay, this area here is holding steady. This area here needs reinforcing. Of course it bloody does. This area down here is holding nicely. Okay, the south needs more troops. 2 more towers are told to shoot faster. That should clear out this section over here. We may lose a couple more buildings, but that is what it is. In fact, there we go. Let's clear out that. We can rebuild this now. Kind of need it to be there. Okay, the northern area's held. The central area is already dead. It's already bloody dead. Fire faster, everyone. There we are. Okay, they're now firing fast. That should kill a load more troops. Let's do it to all of them. It's annoying, but there we are. I've got a wave behind them. That should clear them all. There we go. A lot more people are now suddenly dying. This area has just held. Only just. And for some reason, I'm not building troops. Build more troops permanently. And the central southern area has just been fortified and held. We are pushing them back. We did lose the front line of towers, but that's fine. More troops are pushing in. This area here lost troops and is holding too. A few trickling around the side. And this area here has officially stabilised. I am recording, aren't I? Yes, good. That'd be annoying. That'd be very annoying. Yeah, we completely stabilised the area. The only problem we're actually having, ironically, is this Terminator machine over here. Because this area doesn't actually have as many siege engines as I thought it would. We need some more siege engines force over here. But we've held. And we've killed. On to wave 17, day 68. Oh, yeah, that was significantly easier. Without champions and archers, we do wipe them out. Also, actually using the archer ability. That is devastating. Unholy Rage really does bloody help. Where's the next assault coming from? The south and the west. That is fine. This area's been fortified. This area's prepping. I think we're ready for the next assault. Great news. Can you tell what the next wave is? Can you? It's just great. It's champions and archers again. It's always champions and archers, archers and champions. So right now I'm just giving them the business because there's not much more I can do. We can fight them, but it's 2 massive waves of champions and archers. And I've never fought that wave before in my life. Oh my god, look at the amount of Terminator machines we're getting now. Either way, we're holding and we're killing, and I'm using liberal amounts of Unholy Rage, because I'm feeling it too. Let's send out 900 zombies to here. Is this really how I lose against the same goddamn forces I usually lose against, only it's like 3 waves after? I mean, it is an extra 20 days, I guess, but you know, I was expecting a bit more. Let's move you to that corner over there. I think, honestly, despite my panic, we are holding, using more resources than I'd like to. Yeah, we are using a lot more resources than I'd bloody like to, but we are holding. So there we are. Okay, I've pushed myself into there. This corner is still going down. We're pushing forces. We are still killing them. We are losing archers, which is a shame. Can you fire faster? And you can't. Can you fire faster over there? Yes, you can. Fire quicker. So still pumping in troops this way. That should hold that line down. Now that I've got my zombie horde into here, we're holding here. Okay, we've survived. It was a bit dicey, but we have survived again. Just. Oh my god, just. Yeah, our great problem is these archer assault forces, but we have held. This side's fine. We're going to keep pushing in troops and then rearm and get ready for wave 18 on day 73. The enemy forces are dead except for this grouping here. We are reinforcing the entire area. There's more towers with siege engines being popped up. I am running out of space to have more troops. You see this? This is full. We can't really expand too far south because if we do, we'll need a better defensive line. Although if I take out these forts, maybe we can start building a defensive line down here and take this entire central area. So I'm going to try and push the forts in about 6 minutes. Cool, 6 minutes. Just push out infantry. That'll have to do. Another couple of thousand more soldiers. My forces are heading down south. We'll do what we can here. The more we clear, the more defences we can put up. And obviously siege engines and archers, they can hold the enemy down at least for a bit, I guess. So we're pushing, we're crushing, and the enemy is on its way from where? Great news, the south and the east. The east is where my defences are strongest, so we should be good to go. Let's find out. Send in more. Southern forces are still pushing in. Obviously, that's a huge waste of resource, which we'll be needing in about a minute. But the more I cleanse this area, the better. And of course, worst comes to the worst. I can just go, well, we need a few more. So yes, this force, we'll see what they can do. We'll check back in a minute. Well, they didn't even manage to clear this single war academy out. Now there's forces everywhere. We've done a bit of damage, a few towers down, but nothing major. But here comes the war. Let's have a little look-see. What have the enemy got down here? Please don't be archers. It's a regular grouping. It's a big regular grouping, but it's a regular grouping. Good. Oh, it's a regular grouping and cavalry. Look at that. Either way, the cavalry is already dead. They'll do some damage here, but they're already in range of absolutely everything. Those guys are dead. I mean, not straight away. There appears to be about 600 of them, but they're still dead. I will be needing more troops. Also, while we're at it, a liberal amount of mines over here. Not conservative, we need many. So there we are. That should solve this side issue. It does mean all these archers are a little bit useless, but here we are. Everything is dead. And let's get ready for war. It appears to be the big assault is now officially on this side rather than that side, so that's going to be a minor problem. We should still be able to deal with it, but that's an issue. This force here has already been overwhelmed. The archers on the side have been useful. See, the new defences are doing better. I am still having to manually mine the area, but that's not a major concern really, is it? And there we are. This side bit's gone. This area here is dealing with it. That's why we have archers there now. And my ground force is holding the bloody line. What about here? Less so. At least this side has less troops this time. They're still coming in with huge amounts of Terminators, but I think we should hold. In fact, despite the fact we're taking some minor damage here, if we don't hold on this side, I'd be very surprised. Oh, wait, is that cavalry? It is. That's siege engines? I don't know. It doesn't look like it. What about over here? This looks like a job for a 1-2 combo. And while we're at it, a few extra zombies. There we go. So that solved that issue. Yeah. Easily, another wave completely totally survived. It looks like a problem. It is not a problem. It's really not a problem. Look at them all die. Oh my god, they're barely even getting close. These archer towers along here, perfect. Oh, that's thousands of them dead. I think I need more archery towers, though. Maybe another row of towers. Oh, this tower force hasn't even been rebuilt. Either way, a major success. I am fully taking that. Okay, let's see what the next wave is. Do you think it's going to be archers and champions? I'm thinking it's going to be archers and champions. What else is it going to bloody be? I'm sending out another wave of forces. This time I'm mainly using shepherds of horror because they're more armoured and can take the hits. That force is going to push south. And then we're going to see where the attacks are coming from, and if they are in fact a mass of archers. I've even sent in thundering amalgams this time, so hopefully, you know, we wipe out the enemy, because I'd very much like to wipe out the enemy. Or, apparently, just have all of my thundering amalgams taken out by champions. Either way, I mean, it's technically dead. I'm going to have to... It's not dead enough, is it? There we go, it's now dead. I did just lose another force doing it. The answer to are they archers will not surprise you. It's yes, they're archers. Again. I have this set on skilled survivor too. If I get past 150 waves, I start getting more health and damage. I'm like, would that even matter? It's just thousands of archers. Luckily, my archers are killing their champions and archers. Anything which gets close enough is being shot. There are siege weapons coming in as always, but I put a fair bit of damage upon them. The side troops are being hit by mines, but I can't put any back because the archers picked that area off. And I have a small force of horses over here just in case. Because the Nightmare Generals, these really powerful melee troops, they die real fast to 10,000 archers. So that was a waste of money on those two. Is there anything here I can use to make them better? I can make my guys scream a swan song when they die. That might terrify people on the shore. Enemy forces are already killing my towers. The huge amounts of ballista they have are picking them off real easily. Great. This force here has all of the Terminators. Okay, let's stop pumping out forces again, because we're going to need them. I don't know if we're going to survive this. It's just too many archers and siege engines. Look at it. Any force which can fire faster is firing faster. A few tower deaths is nothing. I think, however, we should be able to clear it quite happily. We do have, like, faster firing. It is killing them all pretty quickly. This area here, we've already lost that many towers? Oh my god, we've lost that many towers. We are in trouble. Like, look at it all. Beam doesn't do enough. It's a few dead people. I'm calling BS on the thousands of archers. We're holding. We're not holding. We're not holding. The right flank is weirdly holding. Don't know how long that's going to be truthful for. Forces are pouring like crazy down to here now. Anything I... Oh my god, they've completely cleared the centre. This is it. I am not a fan of this new style of just archers and champions. Why was there so many waves of them? Okay, push through, crush through. If you can kill, please kill. This force over here is killed. Go round and murder as well. Quite literally, my avatar is the only one holding this side open right now. This force is still pushing. The champion forces are here. Even if we win, we are screwed because replacement's going to cost a fortune. I am killing them faster than I think they're coming through the gap. Nope, I was lying. I apologise for lying. The entire centre is officially gone. I think we can survive the centre being gone because let's face it, the enemy aren't doing that much. But I think I will call it here after this wave because quite frankly, this is disheartening me. Why would you give me wave after wave of archers? It's just not that fun to fight against. I've seen new forces, I've seen new troops, I do like the archers. I do like the fact we now have buildings, I do absolutely love the amalgamation. So we'll call that a raging success. What I won't call a success is the one map where the enemy can quite literally destroy me. Anyway, I've been the Fallen Shogun. I'm calling this survival. I'm not... Ignore the deaths, ignore the buildings falling down. We are still fighting quite successfully. This is survival. Take care, be awesome, be epic, be amazing. Definitely try out the new Undead update. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.